Lock in. Roblox contacted me.
What I would say is we would lead first and foremost with safety and civility. Second,
Yo, why is this kind of cinema?
It all started with this one email, one message. The same platform I was victimized on, the one I was fighting to make a safer place, they had just sent me a cease and desist letter, threatening to destroy my life. And you might be wondering,
I
just
gotta
sent
read
me
that.
a cease and desist letter.
We write on behalf of Roblox Corporation. This letter serves as a formal cease and desist notice regarding your unauthorized and harmful activities on the Roblox platform. Your actions are a violation of Roblox policies and directly undermine Roblox's safety efforts and critically are exposing our users to increased risk. Those actions include engaging in simulated child endangerment conversations, sharing or soliciting personal identifiable information, and directing users to move conversations off platform. Roblox is committed to aggressively combating illegal and harmful conduct, including child exploitation, through a dedicated and sophisticated team of safety professionals, advanced moderation systems, and partnerships with law enforcement agencies. For example, Roblox proactively reports potential harmful content to the National Center of Missing and Exploited Children. Really? This designated reporting entity for the public and electronic service providers regarding suspected child sexual exploitation. Further, Roblox maintains direct communication channels with NCMEC and agencies like the FBI for immediate escalation of serious threats that we identify. I think that's a lie, bro. There are so many pedophiles that live and thrive on Roblox.
Threatening to destroy my life. And you might be
awful.
wondering, what crime did I commit? 6 predators on their platform are no longer harming their users because I got them arrested in real life. I did the job that they should have been doing, and they repaid me by terminating every account I own and saying they would sue me if I ever touched their site again. Before this, Roblox's safety failures were impossible to ignore. Predators roamed freely, reports went unanswered, and even employees were admitting that this was happening by literal design. That cease and desist didn't silence me though. All it did was confirm my darkest suspicions about the company, and well, it did for the rest of the world too. Because in the following week, Roblox's stock tanked by $12 billion. The Attorney General of Louisiana filed a massive lawsuit accusing them of putting profits over safety. Roblox aggressively pushed back.
Well, bro, didn't they use him for, like, I mean, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they use this whole situation to say that, like, you know, you're pushing people off our platform, you're losing us money, and how we're going to make it safer is by adding this age feature where you can only talk to people within your age, and they kind of base your age off of the games you play. Like, I never sent in my ID and they suspect me to be like 17 or something, and it's kind of like, I know of some other people I saw on TikTok, like, they had their age put as like 13 when they're like 25. Like, that is such an awful system to gauge how old they are and trying to I guess get rid of the pedophilia, but they just
releasing statements after statements trying to discredit me. Roblox forced me out of the woodwork to defend myself, and I dropped a video refuting these claims. It exploded overnight, and it became one of the fastest growing videos in the history of Roblox. If Roblox sent me
You made a video with Chris Hansen?
A cease and desist over a few videos getting over 1 million views, what were they about to do next? There was no next, no response, no statement, just silence. And that silence didn't feel normal. It felt intentional, calculated even. It felt like they were quietly preparing for something big, and at the time, I just didn't know what. Before I show you the next letter they send me, we need to see the full picture so we can really get an understanding of how crazy this is. All of this started because Roblox sent me a cease and desist for catching predators on their platform and reporting them to law enforcement.
That they would then video, they would report to the police, and then only after would they let Roblox know.
The real reason why—
What an awful excuse to ban him. Oh, you're not letting Roblox know that these pedophiles exist. You're just getting them arrested. What? If it's an apology, they probably only care because they're losing money. Exactly. They're only going to send out an apology because they realize they lost $12 billion in stock. People only apologize once they realize the gravity of situations. They don't apologize when it's actually meaningful because they never cared in the first place.
They sent me a cease and desist letter is because what I'm doing contradicts the image that they're trying to build. An image that is the safest place for anyone on the entire internet. That's not me paraphrasing.
Wait.
Safest place.
Roblox Safety sponsored. That means Roblox themselves bought this spot on Google to promote not seeing how unsafe Roblox is. They make it so it's at the top, so that's the first thing you see, and they're paying Google to have that spot on Google. That's absurd. They're literally just burying everything like under a rug.
Is for anyone on the entire internet. That's not me paraphrasing either.
Ultimately, Roblox is the safest place for anyone on the internet.
We can say that safety issues are not widespread or systemic on Roblox. Our guiding vision is to create the safest, most civil community in the world.
A lot of the negative press has come from things that have happened 5 years ago.
Yo, they're all narcs, bro. They all need to be put behind bars.
Roblox allows players as young as 5 onto the platform and features brands like Sesame Street, Blippi, and My Little Pony.
You can be 5 and play Roblox? Yo, that's exactly why they have the issue. Like, the people who are going to be 5 years old or up till, like, 15, like, they're going to be playing not under parental supervision. And the people they come in contact with, they don't know who they are. Like, you never know who people are when you meet. Like, I don't know who you guys are. You guys barely know who I am, even though you see me. Like, I could be putting on a front. I could be a deepfake, you know? You guys could be grown men. I don't know. And I'm not going to engage in, extra conversations because, like, I mean, I'm not a kid anyways. Like, I would know better. But, like, imagine a 5-year-old going on Roblox talking to someone else that they think's another 5-year-old, you know?
Designed to reach audiences even younger than that. Yet right now, Roblox is hosting a game called Rose Social. This is a clone of an 18-plus platform called Omegle, and it got sued out of existence for widespread exploitation. It now has a home on Roblox. You click a button, and you instantly connect into a chat room with a random stranger. You have...
Wait, okay, so it doesn't access your camera? I didn't know this was a thing, by the way. Omegle shut down because of the stuff that went down on that app, and Roblox just allows people to do
Zero
that?
idea who the other person is beyond the screen. To give you an idea of how bad this game is, I had someone run a test of 100 conversations, and 36 of them broke
Whoa.
terms of service of Roblox. It's ironic that Roblox accused me of sharing personally identifiable information, while at the same time profiting off of an exploitive game built around that. Quick update. I showed this game to a known Roblox developer with contacts. After seeing what this game allowed, he filed an official Roblox support ticket, and absolutely nothing happened. Because of this,
Are you kidding me? A known developer submitting a ticket and nothing
he decided
happens.
to go public, sharing how insane it was for a game like this to even exist in the first place. And only then did Roblox finally take the game down. By then, this game had already amassed over...
Right, because they only care when it actually gets publicity and they start losing, you know, money.
2 million visits. Who knows how many people got exploited because of this game. It's also worth noting that Roblox allowed another Omegle style clone to reach
246 million?
a 250 million visits before it was finally taken down in June. But it wasn't taken down by Roblox. The developer of this game took it down themselves because there was so much exploitation going on in it. If the developers are the ones shutting down their own games because of that, that shows there is a severe and critical safety failure going on at this company. Roblox, as of this moment, allows and hosts a Tinder-style game called Friend Me. It was removed 2 years ago, and yet Roblox allowed it to come back under a new name. It works exactly like Tinder. Swipe left to skip, swipe right to like, and name. It works exactly like Tinder. Swipe left.
Oh, that's so disgusting, bro. My God. My God.
To skip, swipe right to like, and if you match with them, you get put in a private chat where, to nobody's surprise, the exact same activity takes place. This is only a small amount of the widespread exploitation issues taking place on Roblox. No matter what age, what type of player you are on Roblox, at the minimum, you will be exposed to inappropriate themes at the very least. And that is because how bad Roblox's moderation system truly is.
Restroom, I think, public bathroom, public toilet, dude. Oh, that's so disgusting, man. Holy shit.
Roblox is actively funneling their users onto a platform called Discord, one of the most unsafe, unregulated spaces on the entire internet. All you have to do is...
Discord is literally a cesspool for these types of things.
Click a button, zero warning about what is taking place on this platform, you are entered into one of these servers. Roblox and Discord's relationship can only be seen as business partners. They're not only directly integrated into each other's platforms, Roblox has actually gone as far as to buy software on Discord. Roblox and Discord are named as defendants in multiple lawsuits because people have been hurt because of this. Roblox loves to tout around about adding 100 new safety features this year. Well, I had someone put these safety features to the test. New account, youngest age possible, every single restriction turned on, and chat disabled. You think you'd be safe, right? Not even close. What you're looking at is pixels, because beyond that point, it is too graphic to even show or describe here. And Roblox's own algorithm recommends games like this to their own users. Their parental game blacklist caps...
Bro, Roblox knows what they're doing, bro. Like, they have to understand the gravity of what they're doing. Like, they're not stupid. They're not stupid, man.
100. Mind you, there are millions of games on this platform. There's no avatar controls, meaning whatever another person creates, you can see. Roblox doesn't have a comprehensive reporting outcome dashboard. Roblox doesn't have a whitelist feature, allowing parents to only select a certain amount of games that their kids can play. YouTube...
Well, and dude, the thing about this too, it's not like the unsafe content that people will be viewing isn't just like sexual themes and all that. Like, I guarantee you, people put, like, gore and, like, other stuff like that in these videos. Imagine being a 5-year-old child walking into, like, you're scrolling through, like, images of, like, your Roblox characters and stuff. Even, like, anyone. And you just see, like, someone getting executed. Like, what an awful thing to come across. Or literally anything. Like...
Kids literally has this, and their own employees at the company have stated safety features have been denied because it hurt engagement. Then there's the awful Roblox reporting system. We've sent Roblox reports of predators through their system after felony arrest, and in multiple cases they refused to act until I made videos.
So the guides come out and said that they banned him because he was going to law enforcement and getting them arrested before contacting them. But when he contacted them, they didn't ban them. Oh, wow.
Ask anyone in the community. People have lost faith in the moderation system entirely. Their own numbers show one of the lowest moderator to user ratios than any other major social media platform. And just remember, those other platforms aren't marketed to the youngest demographics online. They claim a lot of the negative press has come from things that happened 5 years ago. The major situations creating the biggest buzz have happened within the last 1 to 2 years. And the person who said that, she works for Roblox, while sitting on multiple councils shaping online safety policy. Lawsuits against Roblox have pointed out this insane conflict of interest, influencing safety legislation while working for the company under scrutiny. But this is the core of Roblox, a billion-dollar company that calls itself the safest place on the internet for anyone, while knowingly hosting, profiting, and ignoring one of the most dangerous ecosystems.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Roblox might be the one of the most dangerous platforms for your kids to go on, just because of how many outsources there could be. Like, Discord is just full of like all, like, you know, bad. I don't know if I can say it, might go against TOS, but like much worse things than most games and most internet sites that you can go to. Like,
on the internet.
Roblox is
To get a full grasp of everything, we need to start by assembling a timeline. This was the last video I did regarding a Roblox predator I caught. In this video, I talked about how Roblox was a suppressive company towards people calling out their moderation. Ironic because 15 days later, Roblox sends me a cease and desist letter. They banned every account I own, including ones that go back to when I was a little kid, and Roblox threatened to sue me for computer fraud if I ever touched their site again. The next day, I released the news, and for 3 days straight after it, it was trending on Twitter. Calls for boycotts, TikToks, videos. For a short while, it became the topic of the internet. But behind the scenes, I was talking to law firms, and I officially retained SGGH and Milberg. This law firm in particular is representing 1,000 clients between Roblox and Discord abuse. On the 14th, with my law firm, we put out a statement. We pointed out the pure irony of this cease and desist and that SGGH was representing my claims against the company. In this statement, it was also revealed that Chris Hansen was creating a documentary on Roblox, and that
is he still making it?
He got in touch with me to show his support. And on the same exact day, Louisiana Attorney General Liz Murrell filed her giant lawsuit against Roblox. In this, she pointed out games that I mentioned in my Predator catches. That if Roblox heard me out, this lawsuit might not have even existed. The next day, my law firm sent a letter to Roblox. We broke down how unjustified and unfair this ban was, and how Roblox was never giving this sort of treatment to any predators on their platform. We also said that any form of communication must be routed through my legal counsel.
I get the feeling Roblox devs are probably weirder, what, like the owners? Yeah, I mean, the devs, like Roblox devs would just be the people making the games, but the owners of Roblox, yeah, they're definitely weird. I think they might intentionally leave it like the way it is, like purely because they realize how much money the platform's getting, and if they implement any of these safety features, like it would lose the money. And I'm not saying that they're pedophiles and stuff like that. I'm not going to make those accusations. But they're knowingly assisting these disgusting people by not implementing safety features purely out of the reason of getting money in gaining profits.
And how if Roblox did try to pursue anything, then my law firm would fight tooth and nail under California's anti-SLAPP laws. Roblox's law firm responded that they received the letter, and that was it. That was the last communication we had with them up until this point. It's also worth noting during this time frame, Roblox was putting out statements after statements, going as far as to compare me to actual predators. They labeled my work as vigilantism, claiming I was taking the law into my own hands. But the truth is, law enforcement themselves have publicly gone on record in public statements that they're grateful for people like me who step forward and give them evidence, which ends up resulting in an arrest. As of right now, videos on my channel have resulted in people being put on the registry, and the only ones taking law into their own hands were the police. They were the ones placing the handcuffs.
Yo, like, look at this guy, bro.
And the only ones
look
taking
at this
law
guy,
into their
bro.
own hands were the police.
Yo, this is who they have just roaming Roblox, and he's literally smiling. Like, bro, he's literally smiling, and they're calling Schlepp, saying he's as bad as a pedophile.
We're the ones placing the handcuffs time and time again. But anyways, back to the timeline. This is when my video dropped defending myself against Roblox's baseless allegations. The anger online reached its maximum capacity. It had just passed the threshold for the company. Their stock dropping, lawsuits, news outlets, an entire online movement. What were they about to do next?
Whoa, we got a new one.
Hi, Michael. You wholeheartedly
Sorry, guys.
Hi, Michael. I understand our decision to moderate and ban your accounts came as a surprise and something you wholeheartedly disagree with. That said, our intent has been to keep the platform safe, and I believe that is something we have in common.
Right.
Would you be up for a conversation to see if there's some way we can keep you active in the Roblox community?
Since the very
He had to have this conversation, I think, but they wouldn't be willing to work with him. The best thing for Roblox to do is to hire Schlepp as an investigator and get him on their side. Like, genuinely. If Roblox would only get Schlepp on their side and make him an actual employee, instead of calling it vigilantism, he could be working with them to actually make their platform safer, instead of them just saying that they want their platform to be safer and then banning the guy that's making it safer.
Like beginning, I had been begging Roblox for a direct line of communication. Just one person inside of the company who would listen to me. Time after time, they ignored me. I told them how I was victimized on their platform, how I was trying to help make it safer, and how I had evidence and information that they crucially needed. Never once did they hear me out. Then, after them threatening to sue me for computer fraud, an entire online movement, and them losing $12 billion in market value,
then they finally contact him. Honestly, bro, at this point, I don't know if I would work with them if I was him. Like, realistically, if I was him, bro, why would I want to work with them after they just ignored me for months and then banned me? And then once they actually lost money and saw that there was an effect, then they contact me. They need to up their moderators. Dude, their moderation system
they finally
is
decide
awful.
to hear me out.
They might do it on purpose, bro. They might have a bad moderation system on purpose. Like
the nerve to say we share the same interests. Really. Because in your response to me, the CEO was defending the game Meep City. And in this, they said it wasn't the developer's fault, even though he was enabling these features and has publicly made statements like this. This game has...
Wait. Alex Neutron needs to sort out the Meep City host parties because they are just disgusting. But isn't it better that the disgusting people are in the parties and not in the rest of the game? Keeps them secluded? What? I understand he still cares about the safety of kids, so he would work with them, but I wouldn't work with them in spite and still continue doing what I've been doing in spite of Roblox.
16 billion visits, and it's been one of the biggest safety problems on the platform for almost a decade now. To prove how unsafe this was, one of the biggest Roblox content creators joined this game, and within 4 seconds they were exposed to inappropriate stuff. This was the game.
4 seconds with 16 billion visits. My God.
Roblox was defending. We're supposed to believe you guys care about safety? Trust me, I want to believe you. You have no idea how much I want that to be true. But how can we believe that after everything that has just happened? Then came the part about keeping me active within the Roblox community. This was their supposed olive branch. My supposed ticket back onto the platform I'd been playing since I was a little kid. But the thing is, this was never about me getting unbanned. It was about the victims, the players.
I remember Meep City was the worst. I've never played it. So I wouldn't know, but I've never experienced this kind of stuff on Roblox. I just like see it happen, like from behind glass. Like I would love to play Roblox and I want to do a Roblox stream, but it's so hard unless they get something figured out, man.
The community that has been neglected forever.
Ew.
Roblox thought that this was
People
about
getting kidnapped. Wait, is that what it said?
Branch. My supposed ticket back onto the platform I'd been playing since I was a little kid. But the thing is, this was never about me getting unbanned. It was about the victim.
Whoa!
The players. The
people are getting kidnapped and they don't care? Bro.
community that has been neglected forever.
My
Roblox
God.
thought that this was about a few accounts. They thought if they just pressed the unban button, all of this would go away. I would trade every single account I own for Roblox to make the basic moves in safety that they did after Liz Merle filed her lawsuit. They should have made these changes a decade ago.
Yep.
And who knows how many people this has prevented from getting exploited. What they don't understand that you and I both get is that free Schleps.
Dude, there's definitely been hundreds of thousands of people that have got exploited. Like, and millions of people that have been exposed to, like, unsolicited, not safe for work kind of stuff. And it's just, what an awful thing,
never
man.
about me. It was about exposing the systemic safety failures that I proved existed before and that I still proved existed today. It was about how Roblox will show immense force against someone trying to simply help, but never share that same energy with predators that are operating freely on
Why is that one blurred?
their platform. And it's also worth considering the person who wrote this email wasn't just Roblox. It was Matt Kaufman. Matt Kaufman was just comparing me to actual predators.
No way the guy that compared him to a pedophile just asked if he wanted to have a conversation.
In this, he insinuates bringing me back onto the platform. That's how disingenuous all of this really.
No,
but
genuinely.
none of
It is so disingenuous because the only reason why he's contacting him is because he realized how much, like, effect he's had on the community and how big the following he has is. That's the only reason why he's contacting it.
This at all compares to the biggest red flag in all of this. Going back to the timeline, when we responded to Roblox's cease and desist, we explicitly wrote them that all communication must go through my legal counsel. This email was sent directly to me through the 2 emails that they sent the cease and desist through. Matt Kaufman went behind my lawyer's back to directly contact me.
That's crazy, bro. That's actually wild.
This wasn't just insanely inappropriate, but it was also really suspicious. This, at the end of the day, was just a PR war for Roblox. I had to consider, was this a possible trap? Were they trying to bait me? Something just reeked so fishy.
Right, because if he contacted them back without going through the lawyers, then that might be able to break a case on the system and then have him permanently banned from it.
About this, and I wasn't gonna go into this blind. As of this very moment, I'm still open to talk to Roblox about how they could fix safety problems, but one key thing needs to happen. It needs to be in good faith, and I needed to make sure this email was actually in good faith. So before I did anything, I waited for one thing in particular. I wanted to see the next statement Roblox would make about me, because if they believed my intentions were good, then logically, if they were
they're doubling down on the cease and desist letter. Only because of the negative impact. I mean, what did Roblox expect? Seriously? Yeah, bro. That's the only reason that they're pushing, that they're trying to contact Schlep and kind of taking it back in a way, because they realize how much effect. And I don't know really what they expected. Like they probably just expected his video to not blow up and not go anywhere. Like they probably thought that there wasn't going to be grounds for any of this. What time is the tournament? 50 minutes.
in good faith, they would stop lying about me in the media. To nobody's surprise at all, they kept going. Their smear campaign continued despite Matt Kaufman's email to me. That's when it clicked. This email didn't come from a place of sincerity. It came from fear. In just a week, Roblox was set to host their biggest yearly event, their equivalent of an Apple keynote.
Okay. So they contacted him because their biggest event of the year is coming up. So if they get on good terms with the guy that has the most power out of any content creator right now in the Roblox space, then it would get everyone to this big event. Oh, did I mute it?
Image for the next year. At the same time, David was on stage at this event. I was going to be on stage with no other than Chris Hansen. Also, a detective who actually worked on Roblox predator cases, and my lawyer. Roblox releases their statements claiming they have experts. It's only what they're claiming. For me, the people who had my back,
the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Hansen,
were real.
Do you know what Roblox is?
Although I don't like Chris Hansen anymore because he started working with ICE.
Because if you don't, your children do.
But for what he's doing on this is a good thing. But
and if you've been following this on social media, you will know this next young man I'm going to introduce, Michael Schlepp.
Fuck guys. Fuck guys. I did see that. They literally unloaded 11 bullets into a guy's back.
Michael is a key part of our investigation as his attorney. Steve is a lawyer based in Chicago. His firm is representing more than 500 cases of people like Schlepp. And we're also very fortunate to be joined by a dedicated detective, Henrik Austin, from the Marion County, Florida Sheriff's Department, with whom I've been working on this very investigation. Welcome, Detective. Thank you. Schlepp, let's start with you. Tell me about your early experience.
I like how they're doing this. It's bringing the, because on YouTube, like, Schlepp's audience is probably majority, like, teenagers and, like, early 20-year-olds. And I don't know if you guys could tell, but from the audience, like, they all know Chris Hansen. They're like an older audience, so it's going to bring more eyes to it, and it's going to probably incentivize Roblox to actually do something even more. Because then these people will be aware of it, and they're going to let, their younger generations know, and then the kids know, and they'll actually maybe start monitoring what's going on in their kids' devices. Because it's not all, I mean, yes, majority of it is on Roblox, But a lot of it's also just having bad parents. Like, although they expect Roblox to be a safe platform, because they promote themselves as the safest platform that your kids can go on. So I guess it's not the parents' fault in a way, but they should be monitoring it anyways. So they do take part in it, I believe. So getting that knowledge to them is probably one of the most important things you can do, rather than getting the knowledge to 20-year-olds who don't have kids or who would know better, you know?
Experience on Roblox. Why did you enjoy interacting on the platform?
Well, Roblox, it was a children's game, you know? It was like little Legos, you know? I thought it was a cool game. It evolved into me like taking it seriously, learning programming a little bit, and you know, I thought it was cool, but it was pretty like crazy to see like how it evolved from something innocent to something really bad.
There was a series of incidents where a very well-known content creator targeted you.
Yeah.
Really?
Tell me what happened.
I met a very popular game developer. You know, I looked up to him because he created a game.
He was a bit of a hero to you.
Yeah, he created a game that I really liked. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me, he's interacting with me. I'm just a little kid. I didn't think anything of it. And what was created was this power dynamic. It evolved into him taking advantage of me, and it went on for years. And my mom contacted Roblox about this.
Man, that's so awful.
Stuff that happened to me, and they totally brushed her off.
Your son going through a really tough time. We want to assure you we will do anything in our power to help you further. For this, we will be escalating this anymore. What? For this, we will be escalating this anymore into additional information that additional resources available at this website. If he was having problems with any other players on Roblox, you should use the report abuse button. We want everyone to enjoy their experience on Roblox. We have moderators online around something and safe for all players. Remember, even though you cannot see if an account is moderated, our team does take action against accounts caught violating the terms of use and community rules. Law for them to do that to you. Please contact the police. Sincerely, Carlos, Customer Care Roblox. Wow. So he's telling them to report, and when they report, they don't do anything, and then he's saying to contact the police. Like, shouldn't you be doing something about that? You literally have proof. Is that a suicide Bro. He linked 2 suicide hotline and suicide prevention lifelines. That can't be real. Oh my god.
That's just ridiculous.
No action whatsoever.
No action until years later, until another female developer came forward about her experiences, and only then he finally got removed.
And Schlep, I want to talk in a moment about your recent activism, but first I want to hear from your attorney.
Man,
Steve,
this is tough, bro.
This is one of more than 500 cases your firm is handling against Roblox.
Yes, that's correct. And we now represent over 800, Chris, survivors attributable to Roblox and to Discord.
Just this one guy, this one law firm holds 800 people that they have cases for with Discord and Roblox. That's absurd. Just this one firm.
Shocking number of cases in and of itself, but we're one firm. And what we're finding is that there are thousands of survivors like Schlep.
Detective Austin and I have known each other for several months. We had sat down and interviewed Detective Austin about his cases in Marion County.
Because it's like, dude, this isn't just like exposing kids to like certain content and all that. Like, this would result in could result, and I'm sure it did, in people taking their own lives. Like, that's so awful. And I understand the Roblox customer support. Like, I think in order for him to link those 2 suicide hotlines, he would have had to known that there was a case that happened before where someone took their life because of something like this. Because you wouldn't just randomly link those lifelines. Like, what a weird thing to do, first of all. But second of all, you wouldn't just do that. Like, you would have to know. Like, there's definitely been stuff that's happened.
Involving Roblox. And listen to this for a second. Not only did they bust a 16-year-old, but there's another case in Marion County, in this one county in Central Florida. So if those two cases come to our attention just in Marion County, Florida, what is happening in the rest of Florida? What is happening in the rest of the United States? What is happening in the rest of the world?
For those of you that don't know about NCMEC, National Center for Missing and Exploited Children provided us with some information about someone that was believed to live within my jurisdiction, that they were...
Isn't that the company that Roblox said they were close contact with?
Engaging in quite a bit of exploitive behavior, extremely explicit conversations, executed a search warrant on the residence of the person I believed to be the predator, and met Christian Scriven. You know, we
have a good night, Koyos. And they still barely care? Exactly, bro.
We had quite a conversation, and it was unbelievable to see his perspective and the scope of just...
Yo, it's like, dude, it's so crazy because the people who were replying to that to Schleps' mother's message, they aren't even like the owners, and they seem to just not care either. Like, the way that message was formulated, like, it's just like they don't have any care at all. Like, people have definitely harmed themselves because of this stuff, and they know, they definitely know, and they just don't care. Yo, it's so awful, man, because Roblox, it is a really cool platform when, you know, with all the games and the possibilities for the creations. It's just so awful that the devs are such, or the owners are such terrible people, and there's such terrible things that happen on the platform.
What one person...
They need to give ownership to someone else.
One 7-year-old person can do in a short amount of time.
Dealing with Roblox, is enough being done, in your opinion, as a detective?
I can speculate on exactly what's being done and what's not being done. I can say that when I had this particular case, I don't know if it was because of the media coverage it received or if it was for some other reason, but I did meet with Roblox. Over a Zoom call, I met with quite a bit of their outreach people, and we spoke about...
See, even the detective can't meet with Roblox. Like, that's how an extreme they go. That's the lengths they go to not take accountability and to not be involved. Like, and it just shows that they genuinely just don't care. They're sending people that aren't even like directly involved with it to take care of it.
Certain things that could change, things to take away from this particular case.
Yeah.
I think until we can say that this is not happening anymore, enough is not being done.
What made you decide to show this predatory activity that was going on Roblox? What made you become an advocate for this?
So I started out as just a normal Roblox content creator. I made games on like a really basic kids game. You would see it, you would not think there's any way predators could infiltrate this game or anything like that. And what I saw was there were people trying to...
Roblox Discord sued after year-old boy was allegedly groomed online before he died by suicide. See, that's what I mean, bro. That's so awful, man.
To do horrible stuff, and it blew my mind. Like, because this is a community I really cared about, I was very involved in, and, you know, I would get emails saying, hey, there's this predator, he's messaging me inappropriately, and this is his Roblox account, can you do something? And there was really nothing I could do, but, I mean...
And it's like, bro, these people are getting, like, harassed and like, groomed by these accounts, and they can't even reach out to Roblox with it. They're reaching out to Schlep because they know he has a platform. That's how desperate they are. That's how desperate they get, because they know Roblox won't do anything. And I think it's good that they're reaching out to Schlep, but that's awful that they have to. They shouldn't have to do that. There should be a much better system within Roblox itself to deal with this stuff. Like, it's genuinely causing the lives of many people and the dignity and just everything else of others, of thousands and probably hundreds of thousands of kids have gone through stuff.
As time went on, these messages only just increased in volume, and then I created my current main channel, Schlep, and on that channel, it just exploded. I was getting these emails more than daily.
You exposed
more than one email a day.
Different predators on Roblox, all 6 of which all 6 of whom were prosecuted by law enforcement. But you went to Roblox first.
So, yeah, we would find Roblox predators and we...
Oh, so they did go to Roblox first. So Roblox was just straight up lying.
We would set up little decoy stings and, you know, these predators would show up and we would sit down, we would have a conversation sort of similar to what you do. And, you know, they would...
By the way, I was 22 when I started in television reporter. That's how old Schlepp is now. Yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, we would talk to them, and a lot of times when the cops would show up, they would just admit to everything. Even after being Mirandized, they would be like, yeah, I was here to do this. They would just bring charges on them every single time.
And how did Roblox respond to this?
In multiple instances, after we got these felony arrests, we would send them the same Google Drives that we were sending to law enforcement, and they would not take action until after our videos would release.
See, bro, no, that's exactly what's the issue. They literally said they banned Schlepp because he was contacting law enforcement before they contacted Roblox. He literally has proof that they contacted Roblox before and they wouldn't do anything until the video actually blew up.
Get millions of views.
You get millions of views on these videos. It can't be a proud moment for Roblox. It's somewhat embarrassing. What does Roblox do then?
I made it very clear to Roblox, you know, I was willing to handle stuff privately with them, and I would
sign any contract. I'd honestly stop doing my content and I'd do it for free. That's how serious I am about it. See, bro, that's respect. I respect the hell out of Schlepp for saying that and making that tweet, saying he'd do it for free. And I don't think he's doing it for the money, because he's actually went through something like this. He was groomed as a kid, and his mom contacted Roblox, and he had the wherewithal to come out and actually expose Roblox and get predators arrested.
I just wanted a line to the company after one of my first arrests.
Create a private channel with us. We shouldn't need to scream on every social media platform for you guys to ban pedophiles off your site, and it still doesn't work. We're totally willing to handle a lot of this stuff privately, and I'm more than willing to sign any contract if it means we get the people we arrest banned. See, they're still not even banned. Like, these people would come out of jail, because they're not going to be in jail for life. They'll come out of jail and they'll just be able to go right back to Roblox just like that, because they're not banned.
That was literally what I put out. I was victimized on this platform as a kid, and that I wanted a line so I could properly communicate with them to report these individuals. They never gave me anything until what happened very recently.
Which was?
A cease and desist letter.
A cease and desist letter. So get this, all right? Schlepp, who's doing this work, receives a cease and desist letter from Roblox, essentially threatening legal action and insinuating that he was breaking the law and certainly breaking the terms of service. With Roblox.
They had an opportunity to make Schlepp a partner, an ambassador of moderation, of safety, and
instead they sent a cease and desist threatening his life.
What we're seeing is Roblox has its public-facing action.
If I was him, bro, I'd feel so defeated, man. And I respect the hell out of him for pushing and keeping on going. Like, I respect the hell out of that, man.
Which are very, flowery, positive statements about everything it's doing about safety. And behind the scenes, they're trying to silence critics. They are removing content that Schlepp and others have identified from their platform to...
Roblox bathroom games bathroom games on Roblox should not exist. Yep. Roblox is healing. Game results for bathroom 3 hours ago versus now. They're all gone 2 days later. So after he made that tweet, 2 days later, they were all gone. This is the issue. They literally show that they can do it. They're showing that they can actually make a change, but they don't make the change until Schlep talks about it because of how big of a platform he has. They have the ability to make Roblox a safe spot, and they choose not to until it gets brought up.
Cover their track.
Bro, if Chris Hansen can talk about this stuff about Roblox, why is he supporting ICE?
And they are trying to move
some people are just dense,
cases that have been filed, including cases that we filed, into confidential arbitration.
Well, I think what he wanted to do was he wanted to reinstate his show and get more money, because it was like Chris Hansen catch an illegal alien or something like that. Like that was like the idea, which is absurd, by the way. But
where public scrutiny of the choices they made, of what they knew when they knew it, would be completely impossible.
Is this arbitration a normal part of dealing with a case like this, or is this a way to hush people?
It's a way to hush survivors' assault.
Yeah.
It's something that the United States Congress in 2023 decided through legislation that they were not going to permit. But it's not even just a question of law.
So in law, they're not permitting what Roblox is doing, but they're still doing it either way. Like Congress has like literally signed something that's saying like, you know, you can't do this. Like you're not allowed to hush people. But even now, like they're hushing people about the Epstein files. They're hushing people about everything that has to do with it. They're going against the exact thing that they wrote. So, you know, Congress is full of pedophiles. The government is full of pedophiles. So why would they care about Roblox pedophilia? Roblox needs to be more strict about game punishment, or publishment. Yeah, they do.
The arbitration
they could be, and they proved that by removing all of the toilet games, right? And they can. They choose not to because they're making money off of those games still, and as long as no one realizes what they're doing, then they're going to keep doing it. And that's the only reason why they removed them once Schlepp brought it up.
Visions, but it's a question of values for Roblox. What are Roblox's values? And they have core values that they represent to the public. And I can tell you, if you go look them up, they're the complete opposite of pushing minors into a confidential arbitration.
Detective, I don't want to put you in a position to give away tradecraft, because this work you do is so critical and so important, and we've had the benefit of seeing you in action. But based upon your work, you know, going after predators and people who exploit children, are you surprised at the level of predatory activity on this platform?
I'm not surprised based on how it is set up. I am shocked that it is there and that is continuing.
Dude, Roblox is like they make the most money out of like any video game company. Purely because they literally have the most active players out of any game. They have the most active players, and every game has stuff you can buy within the game.
I feel that there's specific things that, getting into tradecraft, I can't specifically talk about here, but very specific things that could be done that would be easy, that would quash a significant amount of it. I know that.
And this is only inside the U.S. Like, these pedophiles are only inside the U.S. Like,
information has been relayed.
Who knows what's going on everywhere
and
else,
other
like,
investigators.
You know.
So you and other detectives have shared your thoughts about this based upon real-life investigative experience to the company, to Roblox.
Yes, and they facilitated those interactions, which, you know, on the one hand, that's fantastic. I meet with them, we talk about a few things, they say, okay, we'll have to get with our people. I'm at another interaction several months later, and the same things are brought up by other people, and the reaction is the same. Oh, these are great ideas. The same people I spoke to several months ago. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. All I know is the of children is continuing.
It's continuing as we sit here on this stage, even though you and others have given.
And still, after all this, they didn't think twice to not add voice chat. Yeah, voice chat. What an awful thing to add, by the way.
Suggestions,
to a game like
concrete
Roblox,
steps
my God.
to prevent it from happening. Detective, what do you?
I mean, there's been some funny TikToks that come out of it, but that doesn't qualify that it's a good decision, because it's just going to increase the exploitation of children.
Say, based upon everything you've learned, everything you know about the activity on this platform, what do you say to parents?
I'd say that there are individuals a significant amount of individuals on that platform who have a obscure interest in the violation of innocence.
Yep.
And I would say, with that being the case, if it was my children, I would not put them on there. And so where it stands now, Roblox is in our...
I think Roblox should be like 16 plus, bro. Just purely because of the things that can come out of it. You need to have some common sense.
Arguably not safe.
You know, and I'm not blaming the children at all, because children are impressionable, and there's a power dynamic. Like Schleps said, it's easy to get, like, it's very easy to get groomed on the platform. And even as a 16-year-old, it could happen. Like, you know, you don't know who you're talking to, but it shouldn't be 5-year-olds can be playing Roblox. Like, that is absurd.
So you might be wondering how Roblox's event went while I was on stage speaking about them. Their event opened with a warning to anyone who planned on causing a disturbance.
We ask that everyone let presentations and discussions run without interruption. If an interruption does occur, that person will be asked to leave RDC.
RDC'd.
Now, as we began taking the stage, their keynote began. While we were on stage talking about the real harm going on, the CEO of Roblox was on stage at his event talking about the idea of bringing dating onto the platform.
My God, I forgot he did that. Yo, I deadass forgot that he said that they want dating on Roblox. Oh my God, I forgot that they did that, man. Oh, it's gonna get so much worse. Oh, it's gonna get so much worse, bro. My God. The kids on there are little brats, and since this is happening, definitely need a higher age limit. Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, there's 5-year-olds that can play. A Fortune 500 company will use... Okay, actually, I'll let them talk.
Up this to 18 plus. So this one's controversial, but here's what...
This is while multiple lawsuits are being filed against Roblox every single week. Instead of addressing those cases, they are on stage at the exact same time we are, entertaining the idea of turning this app primarily played by kids into a dating platform. Then Roblox went ahead and rushed out a brand new panel to deal with all the outrage, to show how transparent they're being towards safety. And during the entire session, the word predator wasn't even mentioned once. They talked about
the entire transcript, they never brought it up.
Safety.
Even though it was a safety, like, the only reason they had the conference was because of the uproar.
While single-handedly...
And they never mentioned the main issue once.
Ignoring the biggest safety problem on their platform. What do you call this other than PR theater? None of this remotely compares, though, to what happened when a CNBC journalist confronted the CEO at RDC about me, live on television.
Now let's talk about safety. This is you did have a new safety announcement this year, the age estimation. Basically, someone takes a selfie.
Age estimation. I've never taken a selfie on Roblox, and it's estimated my age to be 17. And also, taking a selfie, they could just deepfake it or upload a picture of a younger person. Like, what a stupid idea. Oh my God.
They could see it. At the same time, there was the Louisiana Attorney General's lawsuit against you. There's also the Schleps controversy, this sort of vigilante, so to speak, and you kicked him off your platform. As you guys continue to think about safety and go after this, why is it so easy for someone like a Schleps to go in and play Chris Hansen and sort of find these...
I hate this reporter.
...things that you guys aren't finding?
Yeah, I want to highlight...
To save you the next minute and 30 seconds, the CEO completely ignores the question. Instead, he goes on a tangent talking about how safe Roblox is. He talks about safety features and parental controls, which I've shown in this video are deeply flawed. And he doesn't acknowledge me once, despite me being the question. The interviewer asks him once again, as direct as you possibly can be. If David ignores this, it will be most definitely viewed as him refusing to answer the question about my situation.
This is a very passionate issue among your user base and your community, and they find stuff too. And it was a big controversy when you kicked this guy off the platform.
Yeah, we want to highlight...
How should they be thinking about that?
Yeah, we want to highlight, really, we have no tolerance for people who don't follow our policies.
My God.
For example, we don't allow people on our platform to impersonate other people or to do other things on our platform.
The CEO of Roblox is outright lying about it.
Like, kids can fake their age. So what's stopping someone who actually has a developed brain faking their age? You know? Like, it's so awful, man.
Already addressed this point in my last video. Impersonation means I'm taking the identity of a real person. We have never once done that. Our decoys are fictional profiles built from nothing. The images used are from adults that work with us. Since there's no identity, there's nobody to impersonate. Roblox is once again painting me as a villain. But this moment here is different, because after demonizing me, he's about to try and play both sides.
We're really consistent, but I would highlight, we've reached out to Schleps, we've reached out to the general. We love their, feedback and input.
Oh, shut up, man. What?
How to scale our system. It's why we focus so much on keeping everyone on Roblox where they can share images.
Right.
Or where all text is.
Hi, cutie. Okay.
Is filtered.
That's
Roblox
awful.
went from lying about me to praising my feedback in the same sentence. For more than a year, I had been begging this company for a line of communication.
That's actually kind of the craziest interview I've ever seen.
Ignored every attempt. Now they are using that inappropriate outreach to me as a PR talking point in interviews, as proof that they are engaged.
I don't get how you can get so greedy for money even though you're a millionaire, and while you're doing this, you're letting kids get exploited, huh? Yeah, and they're not even millionaires, bro. They're close to being billionaires. Like, the CEO of Roblox is extremely close to being a billionaire, I'm pretty sure. And it kind of just shows that the people who are really money hungry don't care about they don't care about people's safety unless it's affecting them. And it's not affecting him, so why should he care? He only cared when it started affecting him, which is when Schleps brought it up. And if his child was going through something if he had a child and they were getting exploited on Roblox, they would immediately do something about it. But since it's not his child and since he's not getting affected by it, he doesn't care.
And doing their part. Here's what David does not say. He does not mention that they went behind my lawyers' backs. He does not mention that his team had spent weeks publicly in the media comparing me to predators and mislabeling me as a vigilante. He does not mention that even after the outreach, they continued attacking me, and that in this very same sentence where he pretends to play both sides, he is still lying about me. This is not a company trying to work with someone in good faith. This is a company trying to rewrite the record publicly.
Once they get money, they lose their minds. I think that plays a part in it. But I think if people are gonna act like this, they would always act like this. Like, I guarantee you, this guy, if he never made Roblox and his child never experienced like getting groomed or like never had any issues with like pedophiles and stuff, he wouldn't care about the other pedophiles, and he would be the one shaming Jadeon for catching pedophiles and being a vigilante. He'd always be like this. Like, until it affected him, he wouldn't care. I'm sure they wouldn't care if they had negative press, but weren't losing money. Yeah, if they weren't losing money and had negative press, they wouldn't care at all. But they lost $12.7 billion.
While they continued the same behavior that they claimed to have stopped. After this interview, my law firm made a letter to Roblox's legal team, which was also posted publicly. We mentioned all the following points on how inappropriate their behavior was. But we made it clear to Roblox, even after everything that they've done, we are still open to a conversation, but only on basic good faith terms.
If Roblox is sincerely interested in a constructive conversation about platform safety, we are open to engaging in such a dialogue, provided it is not conducted in a context where our client is simultaneously being threatened, publicly maligned, and privately courted without notice to his legal representatives. Critically, any such discussion must also address how Roblox intends to become accountable to the hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals who have been exposed to predation as a result of using the platform. To date, despite publicly attacking Schleps and hastily introducing safety features in apparent response to the unfavorable publicity generated by his advocacy, neither Mr. Kaufman, Mr. Bazooki, nor any other representative of the company has asked a single question about the devastating number of survivors of misconduct facilitated through the Roblox platform.
It's been almost 2 months since that letter was sent to Roblox's law firm, and they have not responded to my attorneys. Roblox reached out to me only after the damage was done, and the way they did it was inappropriate and self-serving. They tried to hold that outreach up in the public as proof they engaged and cared about what I had to say, while still continuing the same disgusting attacks. Even after that, I didn't reject them. All I did was wait, and then I countered with 2 basic conditions: honesty and a basic discussion for the victims that they themselves have created. And well, that was too much for them, because they never responded back.
Wow.
Maybe I could have come back to Roblox. Maybe I could have even worked with them like they suggested. But if a company cannot agree to something as basic as speaking in good faith, then there's something deeper going wrong here. I will not trade my voice for a few Roblox accounts. At the end of the day, there's thousands of survivors who were not listened to, who were dismissed, who were harmed on a platform that told the world it was safe. After what happened to me when I was younger, I searched the world for that voice. I will not stop speaking out for the thousands of victims that this platform has created. And the reality is, I think Roblox knows this. And I think this is why they didn't reach back out. And if that means I'm banned forever and can never play this game again, well,
so be it.
So be it.
I'm sure people are being harmed on Roblox as we were watching this. Oh, for sure. People are being harmed on Roblox every day, like multiple people a day. Epilogue.
Our investigation, our documentary, we've been, as you know, trying to schedule a sit-down interview with somebody from Roblox to discuss all of these issues in a very open and honest environment. And thus far, they are refusing to sit down for an interview.
Wow.
And when I pressed as to why they wouldn't want to sit down, a spokesperson told me it was because I interviewed you and the Louisiana Attorney General.
The irony of Roblox going on live television saying they value the feedback from me and the state attorney general, and then turning around and refusing Chris Hansen's interview, that can only be viewed as pure dishonesty. In just the last month, during a Senate Judiciary hearing, a whistleblower from another company called out Roblox for their massive safety failures. Florida has now issued a criminal subpoena against Roblox, officially putting them under criminal investigation. Texas has announced a sweeping lawsuit against Roblox. Kentucky and other states have filed lawsuits too. And in Kentucky's filing, my name is mentioned.
Yo, I'm surprised the platform's still up and running if there's a subpoena against them. And there's a lot of other...
They even mentioned me in the press conference. They cite safety issues that I've been bringing up since before my cease and desist, and highlight how I've been calling it out. On Fox News earlier this month, David was asked about me again. He ignored the question about me, but then he tried to shift the blame onto other social media platforms, which of course he didn't name. But mind you,
Right, so that is expected. Roblox is gonna avoid all confrontation and put it on other companies, and Discord would be a good one to do, because Discord has their own issues and they need to be investigated as well.
Partnered with those other platforms, and only when to be put under the spotlight, they shift the blame. There's a lot I can't talk about yet, but trust me, this fight is far from over. Roblox has created one of the most dangerous spaces online, and the people responsible for it need to be held accountable. But that only happens if we continue to speak up. Call your local senators, your attorney generals. Tell them that Roblox needs to be investigated. Tell them whistleblowers are being silenced while predators run free. Lawmakers have told me these calls matter, and that's how they got involved in the fight in the first place. Your voice has extreme power, and one simple call.
Chat, everyone call your journey
everything.
Your journey? Your attorney generals. Wow.
I quickly want to give a shout out to these amazing people you see on.
Yo, what a great documentary from Schleps. Like, deadass. This puts a lot out there. And I honestly didn't know this much about the situation beforehand.